I think the core theme we probably will all echo a little bit of is it starts with actually a screaming human problem. If you get to the kind of counterexample we gave in the presentation, self-driving cars, at its fundamental level, none of us are going to object vehemently to the fact that a person is driving the Uber that picks us up and takes us back to the hotel. There are some areas for improvement, but they're incremental, at least in my opinion. And if you look at where we think robots are most fun to build, it's stuff like Cassie, where like literally you cannot go into this dangerous scenario. You're risking life and limb. It's stuff like Ariel, where humans physically can't process that much data themselves. And it's stuff like what these guys are working on, where, adoption is not a question. It's, if you can solve this, we need it.
I'm Aaron Morris, the co-founder and CEO of AllVision. It's a Pittsburgh-based startup company. We take 3D data sources from vehicles, and we create 3D models and derivatives from that data. So interesting. I agree with absolutely what Chris said, that it starts with a human problem, but also on the other side, not all problems can be solved magically out of the gate, right? So I think there's a little bit of also that in terms of like starting with, well, wouldn't it be cool if, right? I know that as I started in robotics, a lot of the things we were working on back in 10 years ago is just now starting to surface, right? So I think it's a little bit of element of like seeing kind of where things are going. Addressing those sort of core problems, like this is a terrible environment to put a person. Wouldn't it be great if you could put a robotic system out there, and sort of like iterating through that cycle of allowing those two kind of worlds to connect. So it's a lot of develop, test, and then ultimately you can get to a point where you can start to see viability.
My name is Frasier Kitchell. I'm the Director of Research and Development at Astrobotic. And one thing I would echo from what Chris and Aaron said is that we think about robots because we can't send people to the destinations we want to go to in space. So that's one problem. It's not safe enough for humans. You can't send them to a moon of Saturn and then bring them back. Another factor for us, which is a little bit different, is there's actual delays in the time of flight and communication. So even if a human could control the spacecraft, you wouldn't get the information in time to make it the correct decision. So we need autonomy on board our spacecraft to do the sorts of things, exploring the caves, going to Saturn, to basically do what we're trying to do.